welcome back to the Defiant Ones Teen Podcast. I am your host, Tristan Fire Robinson. Hope you all are doing amazing today. I am so excited and just feeling blessed today because, it's a great day to be alive. There's a lot of tragedy and turmoil going on in the world today, but we still got us. We still got inspiration, hope, and a lot of amazing people and a lot of incredible stories to share, like the person that we have today. But before we get into that, I want to give a big thank you to the Your Best Lifestyles podcast by Terrence Hutchinson, who is a certified corporate wellness coach as well as certified fitness and nutrition specialist. I also want to give a shout out to the O. Robinson PR Media Group, who has always been helping me get work and just showing me support. So thank you to those two individuals. Now, the individual we have on the phone today, I don't even know what I can say about her. She is really just truly amazing. And I'm going to be real, guys. I look up to her. She's younger than me, but she definitely does inspire me. She is an amazing teen entrepreneur and entertainer who owns her own magazine and children's book, as well as she is a motivational speaker, red carpet host, and social media influencer, and so much more. So today we have Miss Daytime. Daytime, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for asking.
And coping with the COVID thing?
Yes, I feel like it's kind of been rough being stuck up in the house, but I feel like it's a great opportunity to better your brand and to work on yourself.
Absolutely. This is like the one time where we actually have control of time. So we got to make
right.
Absolutely. So can you tell the people a little bit more about yourself, who you are and what you do?
Well, you basically covered it all. I just recently turned 14 in March. So I'm a media correspondent. So I do a bunch of posting on red carpets and I get all my interviews in. I'm also editor of Daytime Magazine, which is a youth magazine for the youth, by the youth. It's a magazine that you really want to pick up when you're going through a rough time and you need some role models that aren't physically with you in real life. So it's a great book to, find somebody new to look up to that does what you want to do in the future.
Absolutely. So let me ask, where did the name Daytime come from? I'm assuming
my real name is Day.
Oh, your name is
Yeah,
Day?
my real name is Day. That's my real name. It's D-A-I. And so, just Day, you just kind of put it together and time just kind of came up. My mom likes to refer to me as the light in the room. So I guess that's where that kind of came into place.
He walked into class. You know what time it is? It's daytime.
Yeah.
That's cool. So obviously you've been doing what you do for a long time because you're so good at it. So
thank you so much.
Yeah. How long have you been modeling and acting and all this stuff?
So about the age of 3, I was in gymnastics, and about 2 to 3 years after that, I joined cheerleading, and from cheerleading, I began modeling as well as acting. And then around that time, I dropped my first song, which is called My Tutu. And then a few years later, I dropped a book and a few more songs, but the book was kind of like the part 2 to my very first song called My Tutu. And the book was called My Tutu as well. And it was an educational children's book so that children could learn their days of the weeks and their colors, but in a fun way, which was extracurricular activities and tutus. And from there, I kind of put together posting and being a magazine editor. Posting kind of came together from me just always talking and always being curious. It was never anything hidden or locked inside. It was always just very open. So I guess I just kind of took advantage of it and I just began to ask questions. And that's kind of where the media correspondent came in, and as well as the magazine. I just felt like I came across so many inspirational youth on a regular daily basis that for those who weren't able to come across them, that they should still be able to at least know or to learn about them.
Yeah. And that's amazing. See, what I love about you is that you do you do things like this, but at such a young age. And what's a big thing about the Defiant Ones magazine is Defiant itself means that you're defying the odds of what people say about you. You know, some people in society might say that you can't do this because you're a certain age, gender, race, any of that stuff. But obviously, you're only 14 years old, going after your dreams. You're doing it big. So I definitely got to commend you for that. So I definitely have to ask.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you already said kind of how it began, but at what point did you kind of like just know that this is what I want to do with my life?
Well, I've always kind of dibbled and dabbled in everything that I could because I was a very curious child, like I explained. And it was like if I saw somebody do it, I wanted to do it as well. So I kind of just picked up like that. I went through cheerleading, I went through gymnastics, I went through dance, I went through acting, I went through singing. And when I kind of came across being a media correspondent, it kind of stuck to me more than the others, even though the others stuck to me really well as well. But being a media correspondent and interviewing kind of stuck to me the most.
Definitely. You said that motivational speaking led you to become, a celebrity red carpet interviewer and stuff like that. And then that kind of led you into becoming an entrepreneur and creating a magazine. What does your magazine talk about? Other than just...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Other than just like, amazing teens who are doing amazing things. What else does it talk about?
So besides the fact that we have a bunch of inspirational stories about inspirational youth, we also have there's different articles in my magazine. So one that just came off the top of my mind are an article written, I want to say about a few editions ago. I want to say 2 editions ago. And it was sports tips on sports. So beside, having the inspirational life stories, we also have like interactive stories to read about different things. So this one story in specific that I'm talking about, it was an article about sports and things that you should do to prepare yourself for the sports in the summer. Another article is cooking. I believe we do have a few articles on cooking and baking. We have some skate articles because I'm a big skater. I love to skate. We just kind of have a variety. So we have things that teenagers or the youth are primarily interested in.
Yeah. That's awesome. I definitely got to get my copy. You said that oh my gosh. So you said that, you've been doing this for a long time and you met some amazing people. Who all have you met? Who do you think is your like biggest fan? What was your biggest fanboy moment when you met someone?
I truly think there are a lot of people that I've met that really like took me by storm and like really starstruck me. Yeah. There's not anybody in specific. You just have to go check out my Instagram or my website to see, or my YouTube to see all the people that I've interviewed and to see my reactions to interviewing them. There's not really, when you truly love what you do, it's kind of like they're all the same, but they all bring you the same level of excitement.
Absolutely. Great answer. So then I gotta ask, who would you want to, if you could interview or feature anyone in your publication, who would you want to do?
I would want to say, I really want to interview Beyonce. She's somebody that I haven't interviewed yet. I also want to interview Ellen because she's somebody that's really like such a good role model, especially in the hosting field. So I feel like Beyonce and Ellen would be really good. I did get a chance to meet Beyonce's mother, and I've interviewed her quite a few times, but I haven't like met or interviewed Beyonce yet, and that would be a dream come true.
Oh snap! Big dreams. Look at you. All right. So, you're really big on social media, and I've been watching your Instagram lives. You started interviewing amazing people and young people who are doing amazing things, actors, all these people on your Instagram and all your social media. So what's so important about social media? What kind of influence does it have on the society today, do you think?
I truly think that social media, such as like Instagram and Twitter and TikTok, I feel like they really play big parts into the lives of youth. For example, if you just see something on Instagram, then you're gonna want to go and do it. And
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of a good thing and a really bad thing because somebody can see the wrong thing and then that'll go make them do the wrong thing. But you can also turn it into something really good, like how I do, and you can also use it to inspire other people and encourage other people to do inspirational things like how I do.
Yeah, and I noticed one of the biggest things with social media is it becomes more mainstream than just news. When you actually see something on
Mhm.
Instagram or on Facebook or on Twitter, you kind of take it as, oh, I guess that's that's what we're doing. If someone says something about the coronavirus, you're gonna think that that's real. Or if you see your favorite influencer
Yeah.
doing something, you want to join in. So it just has a big impact on today. And I think you definitely serve that the best way possible.
Thank you.
hmm Now, a big thing that we do with this podcast is we like to get to know the people that we're interviewing, but we also like to get to know their struggles and their challenges. So, what would you say coming up and becoming the entrepreneur, the entertainer you are? What were some of your challenges that you faced or that you're facing right now?
I don't want to say that being an entrepreneur or an actor or a model or a dancer or anything in the talented people industry, I guess you could say. I don't want to say it's an easy road up, and I'm not saying that. I don't. I feel like the biggest thing about being in the industry is that you just wake up and be famous or be really well known. I feel like it takes a lot of work, and most people know that it takes a lot of work, but
Yeah.
it takes a lot of work and a lot of strength. The first thing that you have to acknowledge in the industry is that it's a very, very, very long road. It's like climbing up a mountain, but without the proper tools. And if you
Yep.
don't have the proper tools, then you won't be able to climb up the mountain. And being in the industry for so long, I feel like there's so many things that I've learned, and I'm so grateful because I'm able to take those things that I've learned and use them to continue to progress.
Yeah.
Um, One main struggle that I've had on the rise up was when I first began to open up to social media and being in the industry was that doubters. When I first began or entered the industry, I was pretty young. I want to say I was about 6 years old when I wrote My Tutu, and that was the first song that I had wrote, and it did a really good job on YouTube. I believe I had over 200,000 views on the music video. It did a really good job on YouTube, but in reality, there were so many people that kind of doubted me and said, "Oh, you can't do that," or "Oh, you're not going to get any bigger," and things like that. And for me to be so young and hear things like that, it was very heartbreaking because when you do something and you're proud of it, you want the world to be proud of you as well. And when they're not, it kind of just like tears your heart. So that was one of the main struggles is the answer no and people not appreciating or respecting your craft as much as you do. That can definitely be like very heartbreaking or tear jerking.
Yeah, but it was your dream and your passion that kept you looking past that.
Right, that's what I said. I think that if you want to be in the industry, you definitely have to have a lot of strength. And if you don't, I don't think you will make it. You have to have strength and perseverance to continue to climb up the mountain. And I feel like that's really what keeps me going, my strength. Because even now, you would expect all of my fans to just love me, but I even do have a few haters that will comment on my Instagram post, "Oh, she's not cute. What do you even do?" And it just like strength is the main thing that you need to have to continue going. Because even now, I'm still constantly blocking and removing followers just because of the hate that they give off. And that's why having such great role models and things up people to look up to is so important because if you're surrounding yourself by the wrong people, then you're gonna end up drowning yourself with their hateful comments and stuff. So I feel like, yeah, that's one of the main struggles that I've been through trying to be on the rise.
Yeah, and everyone's gonna face those, but we have to push past it and persevere. So you have the haters, you have the doubters, but you also have the supporters. And I know that you have a lot of that. How does it feel going around your friends and family and having your peers look up to you in such a way?
It feels so great knowing that I can use my social media platform to inspire those around me. Because again, not everybody has the right people to inspire them. They have those haters looking down on them, and sometimes you just need the one person to help lift you up.
Yep.
And it fills my heart knowing that I can be that one person to some people in the world.
That's amazing. So who is your, I don't know if this is per se a who or a what, but who is your inspiration? Who would you say, when you, at the end of the day, convinces you or makes you want to be who you want to be?
I feel like there are a series of things that make me be who I want to be. Mainly, I look at my friends. I surround myself with people who are not doing the same thing as me, but are on paths that I want to go on, or near, or working towards paths that we all want to go on together.
Yeah.
I love having friends that can strive with me, whether we're doing the same thing or not. Having a good friend group that you can work towards with, or you can celebrate things with, is definitely something that helps me to continue going. And that's really big. That's a really big factor in what keeps me striving. My mother also keeps me striving. So even if I didn't have the friend group that I have, my mother is still and would be here to continue to help me strive for better. Yeah.
Shout out to mama. Awesome. So what is your ultimate, obviously you're doing so much and you have such great goals, but what is your ultimate dream? What do you want to accomplish with your life?
I want to have my own talk show. I really want to have my own talk show for the teens. And that's just really like the goal that I'm working towards right now. I haven't necessarily been to every red carpet event possible, but I'm also working towards that, trying to get to some of the bigger events. I've been to majority of the bigger events, but there are still a few events that I really would love to attend. But besides that, I really just the ultimate goal, like the overall goal, is to have my own talk show.
That's amazing. So you want to be like Oprah, Ellen, just bring in inspirational and influential people and get to interview them?
Yes.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you can do it. So
Thank you.
As we near the end here, can you tell people how they can find, contact, and book you?
So you can use my website as a way to find all of my social media. That's just the easiest. My website is officiallydaytime.com, and from there you can see the events that I've attended and wrote up. You can also check out my YouTube, my books, my magazine, my Instagram, a few of the interviews that I've done, all of the above from my website. But if you don't want to go there, you can go to my Instagram, which is officially Daytime, DAITIME, and my YouTube, which is Daytime.
Awesome. So let me ask this last and really important question. What advice would you give to any young person out there who wants to pursue their goals and go after their dreams like you have?
The one piece, well, I have two pieces of advice.
Okay.
The first piece of advice would be to continue to hustle, even when times are hard and whether you're going through something or not. I feel like being strong and working through is something that you definitely need to do, whether you're trying to be a media correspondent or a host or a singer or a dancer. Having the strive and hustle really would help you out in the end and the beginning. I just feel like being strong on the inside really helps you get far. And the second piece of advice would be to surround yourself with friends or people or family that want to see you successful, because that truly helps in the outcome. If you have friends that are very doubtful and don't think you'll get anywhere, then I personally don't think you will get anywhere, because if you have such a bad message going through your ear, it won't just directly go out the other. They're your friends and you value them. They'll stay in your mind, and it's a mind thing. You won't be able to get anywhere. So I feel like it's very important to surround yourself with people that you either look up to or will help you strive. So that's the only advice I would give.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sitting and talking with us. I mean,
thank you for having me.
To be honest, I'm a fan. I hope
thank you.
And just a whole bunch of gratitude. I want to see you in our magazine. You're truly amazing. I believe that you are defiant, which is leading me into this last question, or this last thing that we have our guests do at the very end. So can I have you say who you are, what you do, and end it with, and I am defiant?
Who you are, what you do, and I am defiant. Okay, ready?
Yep.
My name is Daytime. I'm 14 years old. I'm your favorite Georgia Peach media correspondent, host, and I am defiant.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Daytime. It has been a pleasure, and I can't wait to speak to you later. All right. Bye.
Bye.